Gooder Graphics is Franklin's destination for imprinted apparel, signs, and trophies. If you've got something you need graphics on, the place to go is Gooder Graphics. Since 1998, Guy and Alicia Gooder have been helping businesses all over Macon County. From vehicle signage to hats and shirts, they can handle it all. Give Gooder Graphics a call at 828-349-4097 today, or drop by their location at the corner of East Main Street and Lake Emery Road to see how they can help you.
I feel like I'm on the sideline, man.
All right, welcome back in. As I know we had some technical difficulties there at the end of that first half. So if you have rejoined us, Smoky scored a couple of late goals in that first half to take a 2-1 advantage over the Franklin Panthers. As we're at the break, we got about 5 more minutes until we'll get to second half action. George Young back with you. And now I'm joined with Tommy Westbrook, the head of the Franklin High School Booster Club. And working the concessions tonight. It's spring sports here. A lot of action going on at Macon Middle. We have the soccer team playing on this field where we're at tonight. And then right behind us, it's the baseball field. And then the softball field is in the distance as well. So a lot of action here at Macon Middle, kind of the epicenter of spring sports for Franklin High School. And you're over here a lot, Tommy, at the concession stand below us and over at the softball field. I know it's a busy time for you.
Well, it is a busy time. Last night we had the Macon Middle School, all 3 teams playing. So it is a busy time, and the parents have been real good about helping us with working in the concession stands and stuff. But it's springtime, and people are beginning to get out now because the weather's a little bit better. And so things are a little better and looking up.
Well, you guys always have something going on. Tell us some of the current fundraising activities that I know that you coordinate, and have some other folks that assist you coordinate here, Tommy.
Yes, sir. At the present time, we're over the spring break. If we're fortunate enough, we'll have a brand new scoreboard here at the soccer field. It will be a 16x5. Here from the press box over the concession stand, you'll be able to see the framework that's already up for the new scoreboard. And there's a sizable difference between what we have now and what we will be having. And we're in the process now of trying to get somebody to sponsor that scoreboard for us. There will be 4 panels that are 4 foot by 3 foot, and we'd like somebody to sponsor that whole board for us, and we're going to put that up. And then we have a couple of other things that we've got in the works. We've got a brand new plan for our 3x6 signs and one 2x3 sign in the gym that would put signs in every sports venue that we have at Franklin High School and the middle school. So we've got some package deals now that we feel like are very advertising for people. And like I say, with the springtime right around the corner, and we're beginning to get this warm weather, people are beginning to come out. So advertisement now is being seen, and we hope that we'll be able to get this scoreboard sponsored. The biggest thing is we want to try and get it done before senior night so that our girls will be able to have a new scoreboard as they go out as seniors.
Absolutely, something to be proud of. A lot of work that's been done over here at Macon Middle School. New scoreboard, the baseball field, also softball field got a scoreboard, I think last year before last, baseball the same. And so soccer here, they're due. And that's something that is in the works. And I know that concessions and getting volunteers is always something that you're working to obtain, and something that maybe gives you a few more gray hairs up there. It's always something that is necessary, and you're always looking for volunteers, ain't you?
We are, George, and I think sometimes the biggest problem is that we leave seniors out sometimes. And if there's any seniors out there that are interested in being involved in the athletic programs here as well as the Booster Club, feel free to call me at 828-231-9504. That's my personal number. If not, if you'll stop by the school, ask for Miss Gerber, she would be able to direct you to who you need to talk to if there's a particular thing that you would be interested in volunteering. It's almost impossible to raise the kind of money that we need to raise without volunteers as help and without parent help. So, again, I'd like to say that this stuff is made possible by our community, by the generosity that they've shown to me and the school. But by the same token, our parents sometimes forget that we all need to chip in and do our part.
Absolutely.
And it's one of those things where I don't have a dog in the fight. Both of mine are gone. But by the same token, I'm doing it for one reason, and that's the kids. Mm-hmm. And it's a necessity nowadays. Chick-fil-A has helped us tremendously by being able to fund these kids on road trips for the conference games, which means parents don't have to shell out $10 or $15 for them to eat on the road. Mm-hmm. So we've got some things in the works that we'd be glad to have some parents come to the meetings. We meet the first Monday of every month at 6:30 at the library at the high school. And again, if they'd like to contact me, my number is 828-231-9504.
All right, Tommy, well, we appreciate you joining us here at the half as we are back underway. We'll let you get back to your duties below us in the concession stand. Appreciate it, man.
Thank you very much, George.
That's Tommy Westbrook with the Athletic Booster Club here at Franklin High School as we are back underway in the second half. I think we have some of our connection issues settled, and hopefully we'll get the second half to you without any interruptions as both teams went in to talk it over for 10 minutes. And now Franklin will attack on the left side of your screen. And that's actually where we're closest to, so we could see some of the...
Good goal. Great pass by Haley Riddle right there, and good, calm, cool composure by Lydia Barton. Too many times when the keeper comes out, forwards just try to just blare it as hard as they can straight at the keeper, but she just stayed calm and shot low where the keeper wasn't and skipped it in there. Perfect way to respond after coming out the half.
So now we have a tied game at 2 apiece here at Macon Middle. So we're back underway. I'm George Young along with Guy Gooder and Trevin Talent. It's Franklin again on the attack. Smoky will clear it out into the stands and hit a lady. I think she's going to laugh it off.
Looks like the coach switched things up for Panthers at halftime. She's got Lydia playing a little bit farther over, trying to bring it down the side. I think that's going to work pretty well for them.
Right now, they're suffocating this side of the field. First, they sent Lydia down here. Now they had Haley Riddle and Olivia Swift down here, too. So they're just playing the numbers game. And it looks like they switched to a 3-5-2, 3 defenders, 5 midfielders, and 2 forwards. And it's been what they've ran all year. Trying to switch it up for this game, but it looks like they're going back to the basics. And it's obviously worked so far. like a deep throw in the corner for Smoky.
Looking directly into the sun, too. That'll play a factor as the second half progresses. The sun setting right behind us, right over the mountain here.
Yeah, if the ball already isn't heading hard enough to play in the air, especially with how the wind's been tonight, that sun makes it a lot harder.
Oh, yeah.
You'll lose it sometimes.
No doubt about that. In traffic on the far side. Smoky's going to try to clear.
Formation change is working nice for Franklin so far, but they could help themselves. Ooh.
Out of the goalie, blocked by our
defender's
own.
got to get out of the way in that situation. Yeah, communication's key. But if you see a keeper coming like that and you know they're going to kick it out, you got to get out of the crosshairs.
Well, biggest difference when you go to a high school game versus a college game, even a pro game, you're going to notice how much volume the players have, how much they're talking. Like right now, we should be picking up the volume on the field of those players. You're not doing it. And it's just a confidence thing.
And honestly, I'm hearing it way more with Smoky. When they were down here on this side in the first half, you could hear them calling for a drop when they're on offense, trying to make sure they possess the ball on this side of the field. And Franklin's not playing awful right now, but you could tell they're not really communicating the best. That's the second little mishap we've had down there in that half.
Well, a kid just yanked down our microphone that was outside, and he's still playing around with it. So we
Good
lost
news
our.
Is it looks like the dad's got that figured out for you.
Yeah, we'll see.
Another
that was
keep
the
ball.
racket that you heard.
Yeah, he pulled him away. That's good.
Brandy Mills with a good pass to Haley Riddle. Way to suspect that person's coming and make a quick little turn. Riddle showing some speed going down the left sideline.
Looking across it here. Gets a good cross in.
Header. Oh.
Good ball by Riddle, but I think Lydia lost in the sunlight a little bit. Didn't seem she made as much contact or power as she would have wanted to.
Sometimes you hit the ball, sometimes the ball hits you. What
Yeah.
that look like?
Tried to clear it out last weekend during one of my games, and it came back and hit me in the face. Wasn't fun. They're really trying to force it to Lydia down there. They're giving them ample opportunity to make something out of it.
May have an injury.
It's like number 4 is down for Smoky.
Yeah, they've had a vicious collision.
It's Aliza, one of their captains.
Also, Randy Dills, I believe. Was it Dills or?
No, it was Dills. You're right.
Okay, yeah, she's going off. She was
both are going
hobbling.
off.
And Lynette will escort her off. We'll check her out.
Yeah, he'll sub her back in. Rule states that on your field players, they have to be subbed if he stops to play for an injury. Goalkeeper is the only one that can be attended to on the field. So
It looks like Aliza's coming back in. Brandy looks like she'll take a second to sit. Franklin's got to watch out for that, though, 'cause she was one of those defensive midfield defenders back there. Looked like they were playing more in a midfield role this half. But, yeah, because their number 22 subbed it for is playing midfield now.
looks like everybody's having a little trouble heading the ball right now with that sun over there.
And that's what happens when you have to start these games a little earlier, that 6 o'clock time window. You definitely get the sun for a good majority of the game. It's not till you start 7 o'clock where typically get a little more, it gets darker and you can turn those lights on. Megan Balance just passes it around one of the
Here's a good ball in.
Smoky players.
Messer.
I'm not really sure what the keeper is doing there.
Yeah, she came out of the goal. Willow Messer is a sophomore.
I think she was trying to keep the uniform clean. That's what we call that.
Yeah.
Want to pounce on that sort of ball. And
At least if you're not going to pounce on it, just kick it out of there. That's dangerous right there, and just giving the forward a chance at getting the ball and leaving you in what I like to call no man's land.
so we're setting up kind of a wide formation. It kind of looks like a starburst formation. They're trying to run in there. Ball's way outside the area. You're trying to get it right at kind of the top of the 6 there, between the 6 and the penalty spot there.
And when the ball is sent that high, you usually want to have like one person a little back to clean it up when it gets sent there. But it looked like everyone was right about where the 12-yard spot, right where that penalty spot is. They're all on a horizontal line right there. So when that ball went over their heads, they didn't have anyone to clean it up and put it back into play. It's good pressure and pass by Holly Warner right there. Yeah, usually like your keeper to go up and pick that ball up so you don't gotta take a goal kick. But seems to be playing a little bit more conservative after that last little excursion she had outside the goal.
Still having trouble getting it out of there.
Now, good throwing by Haley Riddle to find Olivia Swift on the outside.
Couldn't get her footing, it looked like, on that kick. There's the dog. Must have saw a cat.
Oh, there's Sutton again using that speed. She's taking it out wide this time,
She's
but
got
she's.
speed.
Oh, it looks like she earned a. No, never mind. Thought she earned a corner kick, but looks like it went out before it hit Chloe Lane.
Just about 10 minutes into this second half, and it's a good one, fans. Glad that you're with us on YouTube Live and Facebook Live. I'm George Young, along with Guy Gooder and Trevin Talent.
This game definitely has a lot of importance. These two teams have very similar records right now, and we learned the hard way this year with high school that losing games like these can keep you out of the state playoffs if you're not lucky enough.
Franklin comes in with a 5-5 mark. If you just joined us, 5-5-1 mark at 500. A chance here.
Look for the drop. Yeah, smart. Give your chances.
Fire one towards the goal, and it just left.
And that really started with Barton making a run to the outside, getting a good left foot cross in there. I tell you what, I don't know if it's planned, if he's moving her out there, but I'd make that switch. She's got a good cross on her. Gives you a lot of opportunities. It's like just repeating that corner kick set play.
Oh, Barton with the chance. A weak goal kick gives her a.
Here she's looking for.
Oh, good
Setting it
pass
up.
Ball
to
in the
Roots.
center.
Oh, wow.
Really well put together.
Great placement by Roots right there.
Abby Roots with the goal.
A little shoe shine celebration right there. But great pass by Lydia Barron. Like, way to be unselfish and not try to shoot, look for the open person. And then when Roots had it, she knew she had that corner open. She just placed that ball perfectly. And
Fans are getting a treat. Getting 5 goals in a game.
yeah.
And
It's
you
a
could have
high-scoring affair here.
You could have several more.
Franklin led in this game. If you just joined us back in the first half, 1-0, and then Smoky able to tie it up late in the first half, and then took a 2-1 advantage at the break in this one. But Franklin able to get a couple of goals.
Yeah, and Roots now has a brace. And now has her 7th goal this season. Looks like she's trying to catch up to Lydia Barton for the team's leading goal scorer.
Sutton again will fire one towards the goal. Dangerous, but he went off the mitt.
Got to be a little more confident in those hands. I think a big thing with goalies is Morales did have the little hiccup earlier where she slipped. Just not lose your confidence. You can't get down on yourself, especially at a position like that. Because when you start getting down on yourself, some more mistakes start happening. Luckily, that went out for a corner kick.
He cleared out.
Way to save it by Haley Riddle right there. To not allow another corner.
It looks like Barton's made a pass to herself. She's trying to run it down on that left side again. She's going to get to it.
Keeps it in.
Somehow.
I think inadvertently, but.
Lucy McCray able to keep it in bounds. For Smoky.
Yeah, it looks like no one even ran for that ball after she threw it in.
Yeah, now they could see. I'm looking directly into the sun.
Mm-hmm.
You can see the Smoky Mountain bench. Everybody's got their hands up over their eyes as that one sails over the goal.
Yeah, and usually when you have throw-ins like that, I mean, for the youngest age, you always tell your kids to go up the sideline when you throw it in. But honestly, most people still use that same philosophy in high school, and it looked like no one ran up for that ball. Another short goal kick by Smoky.
Dangerous, dangerous.
Chance. That one's going to again sail over the goal.
And you got to watch those. I mean, that's a dangerous spot to be in. Flood to goal kicks. They just give the ball right back to the offense, and usually your defense is in a very unsafe position because you got your guys about even with the forwards, and if the forwards get to that ball right there, it's usually a 2v1, 3v1, plus the goalie.
Panthers are really keeping the ball down at this end. A lot of pressure. Comes another opportunity.
And Lucy McCray, who just kicked the ball out, she signed with WCU for their soccer team as a goalie, even though she's playing defense right now.
That one's going to go left of the goal. He picked up by Messer. Another 25 or so minutes as the clock ticks in the second half.
Honestly, if I'm Franklin right now, after seeing their punts and goal kicks, I'm going to be pressing.
Chance for Smoky.
Yeah. Sutton using that speed to her advantage once again.
That will sail right of the goal.
Good shot by the captain for the Mustangs.
Yeah, Anna Morgan has a dangerous shot outside that 18 right there. Try to step in a little quicker to make sure she doesn't get it off, but a little off target that time, so it's not going to bite anyone yet.
Doesn't look like they're being patient. They get the ball down there. They're in a real hurry to get rid of it. They probably need to work it around, give her some more opportunities with that shot.
And you don't, when you're down a goal, you don't want to play like you're 3 goals down. I mean, if you're patient with the ball and you get yourself good opportunities and not just try to haste through them, then it's a lot better than trying to just score as quickly as possible.
Mustangs are running a 4-4-2.
Oh, dangerous. Bad drop by Holly Warner right there.
Sutton.
Good tackle by Chloe Lane.
That was just a foot race. Yep.
Yeah. And then another tackle by Sidonia Morales to get the ball back out there again.
Cleared it out, but Smoky looks to set something up again.
Another shot by Morgan, but wide of the goal.
Panthers got back real good on that.
I was going to say, I'm all about like dropping and keeping possession, but no one was really moving for Holly Warner back there, so she thought she was going to drop it, but you got to watch out for that. Sutton read that perfectly and almost got another goal. Good passing by Franklin right there. Wow. Not a lot of possession going on in today's game, but that was a good little sequence.
You think at this point in the game, Trevin, because of the game last night, sometimes the legs start to burn. They played last night at Hendersonville, didn't get back, I'm sure, till almost midnight. Maybe a little earlier.
Ref took a while to see that the ball went out before Riddle kicked it back in.
He's looking into the sun as well.
The biggest thing, and that's why I kind of harp a lot on possession, because if you possess the ball and space out, you can keep your guys a lot fresher. They're not going to get fatigued as quickly having to run after it. And then in turn, it will fatigue Smoky because they're going to have to run and pressure you and go to that ball. But it wouldn't surprise me if we start seeing an onslaught of subs come in to give some of these girls a break.
They were halfway pretty much through this second half.
Good clearance by Holly Warner to put the ball back up top.
Looks like Chloe's by herself back there a little too often. She needs to have cover. So you got some backs back there. They need to cover when you go for the ball. Cover that middle area.
Yeah, one of the dangers of a 3-5-2, especially like right then in that scenario, because Holly Warner pushed up and cleared the ball, and then they just hit right back at that side. And if you don't have that left back push in a little more to help Chloe out, and she's going to be stuck on an island sometimes if you have that right back pushing up.
Well, usually your center mid, your holding mid needs to slot back when you're in pressure like that, and then they take on that role. And not seeing that, they're getting in it. Like I say, it could be a little fatigue setting in where you end up ball watching a little bit. Sometimes you're dehydrated after a big game the night before. So
definitely could be the case because, especially in that first half, that midfield wasn't doing the best job of getting back and taking away that space for Smoky. Looks like a sub for Franklin.
Fans, thanks for joining us on YouTube and Facebook tonight. George Young along with Guy Gooder and Trevin Talents here at Macon Middle School. First ever soccer broadcast. I want to thank our sponsors tonight. Anders Custom Woodworking along with Gooder Graphics, 1040.com, and the WNC Sports Zone for providing tonight's broadcast. One of a couple more we'll have in the next few weeks. Softball and baseball. We'll announce that coming up in the next few weeks. Of course, spring break is next week. And Trevin, I'm sure you're anticipating that, aren't you?
Excited.
Going anywhere?
Myrtle Beach.
Myrtle Beach. Oh, wow.
Pretty much the go-to destination for people in Franklin.
I'm sure you'll see a lot of your classmates at the Carolina coast.
You know how we talk about playing a game the night before, need fatigue?
Yeah.
Definitely need some fatigue from school for some break.
Well, the fatigue from the sun is almost set behind us, so we don't have to worry about that as we tick the final 19 minutes of this second half.
It's like they got the lights on. They're ready.
They got to get warmed up. Oh,
Shot on goal, and just sails right.
that was
Smoky.
Eliza, their captain. Good opportunity, just hit a little too hard and sliced it. But I will say, now that sun's going down, it takes a little bit of the danger out of corner kicks and crosses. And you can see the ball a little bit better as defenders.
Well, it drops that temperature, too. I tell you what,
Yeah.
when you're already tired, that helps a lot. You get over, maybe get a sub, a drink, you can go back on and finish pretty strong. So hopefully he's got some breaks coming in for these forwards because he's had them up the whole game. They probably either need to swap them out. They're pretty red-faced.
I believe Roots is the only one that's been subbed out. Never mind, Riddle has too, but Barton's played the whole game.
There's the shot.
Oh.
Oh, another good shot. A little too square.
Good hands by Sidonia Morales, so way to keep that ball under control. You know, this past probably 10 minutes or so, Franklin's been doing a lot more of that, just kick it up over the defense. I think they need to get back to what they were doing at the beginning of the second half, where they were just hitting it out wide, sending it back in. When they do this boot ball, it's honestly just based on luck. It doesn't give them a lot of chances to really connect on good passes.
That'll be saved by Morales.
Yeah, and I don't know if you heard our microphones pick it up right then, but I'm pretty sure I heard Morales say keep. And that's when you know your defenders need to get away from the ball because it's yours. Ooh.
Collision. We have a whistle.
He's given the Panthers a free kick, not inside the box, just outside on the edge of the penalty area. So
Chloe Lane's coming in to take it up, so watch out. She's got quite the foot on her. Wouldn't surprise me if she could knock it in from here. And honestly, I feel like if that wall's not set up or she sees a little space where she could slip it in, I'd try to go for that. Or if you get some like pre-play movement and get one of your forwards or people up there open, maybe they can crack a shot at it. Ooh.
Over the goal. It tried to sneak it in that top right corner.
Yeah, she looked a little frustrated after that one. Almost had it in there.
Sure did. We got a great angle from where we're at. And in fact, I think we had the same angle on our shot just below us. Just could not sneak it in there.
I would like to see a little more like preset play movement right there. I feel like if you get someone at the top of the box, get them open right there, they could have a really good chance at getting an open shot on goal.
So right now we're at 15 minutes. Usually this is where you're going to give a forward a break for a little bit, try to get them back in or get some new legs up front, see if you can go ahead and finish off with another goal.
I will say about Lydia, though, she does have a little bit of a track background, though, so she might be someone who maybe is willing to last a whole game. Franklin sub. Seniors Haley Riddle and Megan Bowen are coming back on for Casey McMahon.
Yeah, McMahon's going to head over.
Smoky. Looks like
There's the pounce. There's the pounce I wanted.
Looks like Allie Roots had a chance to maybe get a hat trick, but ball bounced right over, and then Messer picked it up.
Yeah. Jumped on it.
Yeah.
Basically. It's a critical game. You talked about it, Trevin,
good
earlier.
tackle. That's a clutch play right there by Warner. If she doesn't get that, Sutton has an open chance, open run at the goal.
She talked about it, Trevin. Critical game. You want to make sure you secure a slot in the playoffs. Really for both teams, but especially Franklin.
Yeah, this is a game they definitely need, because what happened to us this year is we had a better record than a team that we finished below in the conference, but due to this new rule they added, we got kept out of the playoffs since we finished below them.
Yeah.
And they didn't make the playoffs, so therefore we couldn't.
Yeah, they've changed the rules.
Good ball down the left side for the Panthers. Still in play.
Now it looks like Lydia will have a chance to put the ball back in. Well, it's kind of disappointing right there. She didn't appear to have much help. Even in the middle, like, there's Allie Roots, there's not much else.
You know, you get a player in the corner like that. Now you're on their end. What you want to get out of that, you've got to get a corner out of that. Because right now at 3-2, give yourself another opportunity to get a goal on them and just keep it down this end.
After tonight's conference game, only 4 conference games left here in this 2019 campaign.
Barton cuts off the pass. Still, that goal kick was better for Smoky, but they're not getting a lot of distance on those. If I'm Franklin, I'm going to be pressing. Because if you get an opportunity like that, you could give a quick little through ball and have another chance for a goal. Clay Lane did a good job of getting herself in front of the player, so Sutton would have another opportunity using that speed.
Trying to do a little too much there. She's better turning that, kicking it upfield or kicking it out.
Yeah, and defenders get caught up a little too much with the ball sometimes. Usually you try to get it out just to be safe with it, but sometimes they try to make plays that just aren't there, and it can be dangerous.
That's a great ball right there. Over the
See if
top.
Lydia's got the speed. That's miscommunication right there. Yes.
And Franklin's lucky.
Where are we, Red? Come on now.
Yeah, the center back Aaron Moore and the keeper Messer had no communication right there. Usually you want your keeper to come out and either pick that ball up or kick it out, the worst case scenario, but she did neither. And
there we go, let it go out.
Ref missed that one. That ball's out.
Yeah, it was.
Side ref looked like he wasn't far enough down the field to see what was going on.
You'll notice she needs to raise that hand, right? She's going to kick it off there, raise that hand, it's out, let it go. You ask for it, you shall receive. Because on a lot of these fields, you've got a real crown. So a lot of times you're standing off in the middle trying to stay out of the way, and you really can't see that line. You can't tell if that ball's completely out or not.
I agree.
Trevin, you did some reffing, didn't you?
Yes, sir.
You know exactly
Yep.
what they're seeing out there.
Yeah, the side refs are really supposed to be your second and third pair of eyes. If there's certain blind spots on the field when you're trying to stay out of the way of the play that you can't see, those guys should be able to help you out. But the corners right there, those can be a little bit tricky, especially when you got the side ref on the other side of the field. But Mr. Good is right. If you leave a little hand signal up, the ref's probably a little more likely to make the call.
Closing in on 9 minutes left in this match. Franklin up 3-2. And when does the urgency? Oh, we've got a collision and a whistle. When does the urgency start to pick up for Smoky, trailing in this one and only 8 and change left.
Oh, it should be up right now. Honestly, if I was them, I'd play way more aggressive. I'd probably take one of their people off the back line and push them up a little more.
We'll see if that occurs as we get later into this game. That one was towards the goal, but going to be saved.
That was a good header by, I think, Morgan. But there's no forwards to crack the goal afterwards to take advantage of it.
Yeah, I mean, you get the free kick situation like that. You could take that keeper, move her all the way up, send in an extra player, and pretty much take care of a field this size.
Took too long to get rid of the ball right there. Good save by Haley Riddle.
Says she was out of bounds when she headed that one.
That was great effort by Haley Riddle to keep it in play. And then they jump in front of the clear attempt by Smoky.
So you're getting some fresh legs in at 7:26, so that's a good idea.
Looks like Allie Roots, the goal scorer, coming out. She's got 2 tonight.
I don't know if that. Oh, he let it go. It's kind of an awkward throw in there. All right, there we go. Panthers get another chance at a corner.
Once again, some hesitation by the center backs on Smoky's back line right there. Looked like 15 had a chance to clear it out initially, but she did it, and then the center back behind her didn't either. So results in a corner for Franklin.
Left of the goal.
And honestly, Franklin needs to start a little further back on that corner kick. They're sitting right at the 6-yard line already, a little 6-yard box.
Yeah.
And they don't have a chance to run in on that ball. So when it's sent behind them and they get a head on it, they got no power behind it.
Yeah, the most of the corners have been real flat, and I think they don't know for sure if it's going to flare out and go back into the field or if it's going to go toward the goal. If you have a more predicted bend, you know, into the goal, into where you need to be running, it's a lot easier to kind of plan your run. So, you know, like you said before, the practice those because they're worth practicing. It's like the Mustangs coach is pretty nervous over there, if I can tell by body language. So,
yeah, unfortunate handball by Lydia right there.
That shaky defense is making him sweat.
Indecisiveness is the biggest thing that's killing Smoky's defense right now. You got to be a little more confident in your actions, because if you're not confident in your actions, then it can result in bad things. You're not fully committed to the play, and you can have bad clearances or sometimes no clearances. Great pass by Lydia to find Haley Riddle on the sideline.
Yeah, and they're having a lot of turnovers and not closing down the ball, so he's probably going to make a couple of subs of his own here at some point. Another good cross,
yeah. Looked like they just hit that grass again and skipped over Lydia's foot.
Yeah, it's a tough track right there. You got a lot of uneven turf. Ticking towards 4 minutes left in the second half. We don't know all the rules about high school soccer. They play 2 halves, each 40 minutes. So ticking down the final minutes of this one, if Franklin can keep this 3-2 advantage.
There's a kickball attempt up to Sutton.
Sutton's got the speed to track it down. She does.
She's got speed to just dribble around Chloe Lane.
Tries to set it up.
Yeah, and if you're that wing right there, that's going to be a one-touch send back in. You have like a little bit of time, but when you take that touch and then pass it, that gives the defenders way more time than they need to close that down.
I think the sun has officially set behind us. You can tell it's pretty dark on our screen. Lights haven't taken over just yet.
Honestly, unless this game goes to overtime, I don't think they will.
3 minutes left.
So, yeah, I mean, you're at 2 minutes. I really would like to see them try to bring that keeper out, because that makes me real nervous. You don't want to create any space that you don't need to. You need to be aggressively defensive with that little time.
Yeah, but I bet you that keeper probably isn't comfortable coming out yet. She hasn't really had a good track record of doing that so far. And that's something that kills youthful keepers. I mean, I was a youthful keeper once myself, and I used to stay on my line. When you come out, it gives your teams way more options with anything you want to do, whether that's dropping or, you know, taking off or taking away those through passes. And at this point, like, another goal against you it's not going to do much damage as much as sitting back there, not giving your team a little extra offensive oomph.
Well, no, I don't mean by offense. I mean, you got 3 backs.
Oh, yeah.
She needs to come back when we have the ball and just go ahead and push up.
Yeah.
It's like acting like the 4th defender.
I thought you were talking about Smoky because they're down a goal.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, Riddle has played a real good game. She's definitely red-faced. I think she's tired.
Yeah, she's calm and controlled with the ball. She can keep it with herself, and she's a great passer. We've seen that today.
Now Barton just needs to take her in the corner. And
Yeah, sit with it.
did they call a corner?
I think they called a goal kick. Yep, it's officially desperation time for Smoky.
Ticking towards a minute. We'll have some stoppage time.
No stoppage time.
Okay. Good. They did stop the clock, even though our clocks kept rolling. We're not directly hooked into the scoreboard here.
Well, there's a chance for Smoky. Sutton gets it.
And saved. Morales.
Yeah, Smoky's going to have to hurry for this one.
Yeah, we're down to.
Yeah, they're just going to send everyone up. In fact, I'd even send the keeper up right now, but she's just going to sit there.
Hey, Riddle again over there playing defense, shutting it down.
That may do it. It's out of bounds.
And it doesn't look like that the ball girls had the ball, so looks like that's how this one's going to end.
That will do it.
Exciting game. Lots of goals.
Franklin, the victors in this one tonight, 3-2 over the Smoky Mountain Mustangs in our inaugural broadcast of Franklin Panther soccer. Hopefully you enjoyed tonight's broadcast. It's been fun. These guys beside me have done all the work tonight. I've just been here. God Gooder and Trevin Talent. Great job. We had some technical difficulties early on in the first half. It's got the second half on YouTube Live and Facebook Live. Thoughts before we wrap it up, guys? Exciting game.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Great game by Haley Riddle. She took control of that left side of the field and distributed the ball well, kept control of it, and gave Franklin a lot of chances to score.
Yeah, I think Franklin overall, they played like they were not that tired from the last game. They're also used to the field. They definitely had home field advantage going for them. But overall, the adjustments by the coach at halftime looked like it really paid off because they had better shape. They had more fortified midfield, not near as many balls running through. That could have been bad for the Panthers. So, yeah, great win for them.
Advances their mark to 6-5, 6-5-1 overall. And, of course, bragging rights.
A little human tunnel.
You're getting the parent support tunnel going. You can't beat that after a game.
Bragging rights over Smoky Mountain. That's always important. And a cool celebration. Only 4 conference games left for the Panthers. In fact, they're going to take spring break off. Be back on the 22nd against Brevard. And the 24th at East Henderson, and at Pisgah, and at Smoky Mountain. So 3 road games to end the season. That won't be very easy. But a good win tonight, 3-2 over the Smoky Mountain Mustangs. Want to thank our sponsors for tonight's game. Gooder Graphics, Guy Gooder, Guy and Alicia, appreciate you. Along with Anders Woodworking, 1040.com, and the WNC Sports Zone, our sponsors here on FPSN, Franklin Panther Sports Network, YouTube Live, and Facebook Live. All righty, that's pretty much going to wrap things up from Macon Middle School tonight. Thanks to Josh Chastain and Philip Angel, also a senior here at Franklin High School. He ran one of our cameras. Josh Chastain ran the other camera. And Ben Walker handled all the technical behind the scenes and switching for us here at Macon Middle School tonight. For all involved, for Guy Gooder and for Trevin Talent, I'm George Young. Till next time, so long.